Our modern culture revolves around economic growth. It is instilled in us from an early age because our parents firmly believe that this is the only way that we can thrive. This belief is instilled in us with the help of our education system, our mainstream media, and our social media. In ecological terms, modern humanity is like an alcoholic who's determined to drink to death. The fallacy that lies beneath all this is the fact that we need healthy ecosystems in order to survive. It is not money that enables us to live. My job is to help you all to unlearn what that powerful propaganda machine has instilled. There are numerous degrowth experts with plenty of ideas of how we can live very differently. All we need is the courage to believe that this can happen. We need to resist the stifling constraints that have been instilled by our education and regain the imagination and creativity that we originally started out with. I have a powerful vision that humanity can collaborate peacefully and voluntarily to reduce our impact on the world until we once again sit within the biocapacity of our Earth. To achieve this, I have suggested that we need to declare a charter for ecological justice. I have detailed this idea in a paper entitled A Framework for Maximum Mitigation, which I submitted to the High-Level Advisory Board for Effective Multilateralism, details of which you can find on my website, Poems for Parliament. Scientific data is telling us that we have been exceeding the carrying capacity of our Earth for well over 50 years. Environmental science also tells us the reasons that we are causing such degradation to our environment. We have 3 key drivers to this degradation, and they are all exacerbated by increasing our gross domestic product. These drivers are the size of our population, the extent of our affluence, and the way we use our technology. For us to achieve ecological justice, we shall need to achieve a level of emotional and spiritual maturity that humanity have never before achieved. For this reason, I have approached faith leaders with my ideas for a charter for ecological justice. I am hoping that they can help us to find the remorse that is needed to be willing to make the reparation in order to achieve ecological justice. The United Kingdom is currently operating at 3 times the biocapacity that is available within our borders. How can that possibly be fair? Why is it we are not at all ashamed of this behaviour when it impacts negatively on every other life form on Earth? in September 2020, I compiled a booklet of 14 poems that addressed different aspects of the climate crisis. I sent a copy of this booklet to every member of the UK Parliament. In it, I pleaded with them to show leadership at the COP26 climate conference. I suggested that in order to give a worthy example to the rest of the world, they might consider setting up an emergency cross-party government. This would overcome the petty differences between political parties and also demonstrate the urgency of the climate and ecological crisis. I recommended that we should be setting our objectives according to our ecological budget rather than financial delusions. And I recommended that UK should consider becoming the first government to set degrowth objectives. I'm hoping that this film can inspire people to believe that there is a different way to economic growth, to see the necessity to eliminate our global ecological overshoot before the possibility of sustainable living becomes a reality. Degrowth is not an option, it is a necessity. The work ethic that comes with economic growth is punishing, not just to our environment, but also to our spirits, to our soul. We don't have time to enjoy ourselves. I'm going to close with the invocation that I put in the Poems for Parliament. Perhaps these poems can inspire a culture change to light a fire in every heart and every mind, letting a new truth unwind. Once everybody feels the same, hope is shared as well as blame. Thank you.